Hello students, welcome to Science Surface. Today we are going to start chapter Reaching the Age of Adolescence part 2. In this part we are going to discuss the reproductive phase in human beings. The reproductive phase in the human life starts at the age of puberty when the testes and ovaries start producing sperms and eggs. Means the body become capable of reproducing when the reproductive organs that are testes and ovaries start producing the reproductive cells that are eggs and sperm. Okay. In females, the ovary produces one egg every month and the uterus prepare itself to receive the fertilized egg. We have already discussed the functions of female reproductive system in the previous chapter, that the zygote the egg gets fertilized in the oviduct and the zygote form travels down to uterus, attaches itself to the wall of the uterus, and further development of the zygote takes place in the uterus. Okay, so to provide nourishment to the growing embryo, the uterus wall becomes thick and rich with the blood supply. Okay, if the eggs get fertilized in females and the zygote is formed, then uterus lining is needed to provide nourishment for the growing embryo. But if the fertilization does not occur, अब अगर fertilization हुई ही नहीं तो क्या होगा? Okay, then the thick uterus wall is no more needed. अब उस wall की ज़रूरत ही नहीं है. Then it starts breaking. अब वो break होना शुरू हो जाएगी and comes out of the vagina as blood and mucus. और वो सारा जो उसमें blood supply increase हुई थी और उसमें जो lining thick बनी थी, that start degenerating. और जो egg भी fertilize नहीं हुआ है वो भी degenerate होना start हो जाएगा and this degenerative egg along with the broken wall of the uterus comes out through vagina as blood and mucus. And this starts the process of menstruation. It happens every month, okay, which repeats itself after 28 days approximately. Okay, so when the first menstruation occurs or the beginning of the menstruation cycle is known as menarche. Okay, it occurs at the age of 11 to 12 years. Then when the menstruation cycle stops approximately at the age of 40 to 50 years, that is known as menopause. So the female's reproductive phase is between menarche and the menopause. Our next topic is sex determination in humans. We all know that human beings have got 46 chromosomes in their nucleus. ओके और ये जो 46 क्रोमोसोम्स हैं इनमें से जो 44 क्रोमोसोम्स होते हैं उनको हम कहते हैं ऑटोसोम्स एंड 2 क्रोमोसोम और द लास्ट पेयर इज नोन एज सेक्स क्रोमोसोम्स. ओके सो मेल्स में 44 प्लस XY मींस 44 तो ऑटोसोम्स है एंड XY इज अ सेक्स क्रोमोसोम, whereas in females it is 44 plus XX type of chromosome is present. Okay, so at the time of gamete formation, all chromosomes become half. Okay, तो sperms में और eggs में chromosome number half होता है because after fertilization this chromosome number is maintained, right? So in sperm some have 22 plus X and some sperms have 22 plus Y type of chromosomes, whereas in eggs all the eggs are having 22 plus X and 22 plus X type of chromosome. Means all the eggs are having same type of chromosomes, right? Now how is the zygote formed? Zygote कैसे बनता है? Zygote is formed by the fusion of egg with sperm. अब fusion of egg और sperm नेक्स्ट ऑर्गेनिज्म का नेक्स्ट यंग वन का सेक्स डिसाइड करता है. ठीक है, इफ X टाइप ऑफ क्रोमोसोम ऑफ द मेल combined with X type of egg with the female, so the next generation will have a sex chromosome as XX. Okay, and this XX type of sex chromosome will make the young one a female or a girl. If the Y type of sperm fuses with the X type of egg, okay, then the new combination will be X and Y type of sex chromosome, which will make the young one male or it is a boy. So there is a 50% chances that whether the next young one will be boy or a girl, and it is totally depending upon the type of sperm. If it is X type of sperm, then it will be a girl. If it is Y type of sperm, then it will be a boy. So sex of the human beings is decided at the time of fertilization. Okay. We have already discussed that in males and females, all the secondary characters are produced as a result of some chemicals released by testes and ovaries. That is, testes release testosterone and ovaries release estrogen, which bring about all the secondary changes in males and females and prepare them for the process of reproduction. We have a complete system of glands other than these testes and ovaries, which release this particular type of chemicals called hormones and control different functions in the body. So this diagram is showing the location of different glands in the body. In brain, we have three different glands, that is pineal gland, hypothalamus and pituitary gland. In the neck region, we have the thyroid gland, then thymus and pancreas and adrenal gland. Other glands are testes in males and ovaries in females. So we'll discuss their functions one by one. The first is the pituitary gland that is located in the brain. It releases a hormone known as growth hormone, which control growth and development of the body. If this hormone is released in excess, then the body becomes excessively tall and cause gigantism. Whereas if the hormone released is less in amount, then the body remains dwarf, short-heighted. Okay. Then next gland, we have the thyroid gland, which is present in the neck region, that release a hormone known as thyroxine and regulate the metabolic rate of the body. If this hormone is deficient in the body, then it causes the swelling in the neck region, that disease called goiter. And next we have the adrenal gland. Adrenal gland is a small gland present on the top of the kidney as a triangular gland. The hormone released by this gland is adrenaline. It helps the body to adjust the stressful conditions when we are angry, excited, worried or in fearful situations. Okay, and it regulates the mineral level of the body. Then we have the pancreas. We have already discussed in the digestive system of the human beings. The pancreas is a leaf-like structure in the abdomen region which produces a hormone that is insulin, that lowers the glucose level in the blood, and if this hormone is deficient in the body, it may cause a disease known as diabetes. Then we have already discussed the function of testes and ovaries. Testes, they produce the hormone testosterone in males and control the production of sperms and secondary sexual characters. Ovaries, they produce estrogen in females and control the production of eggs and secondary character in females. So all these glands are producing very specific hormone and in very specific amount. If this hormone level gets disturbed, that may lead to some disease in the body. Similar to the human beings, animals also have an important role of hormone in the life. We have already discussed about the metamorphosis in frog, where a small tadpole converts into a full grown frog. Okay, but this whole process of metamorphosis is controlled by a hormone thyroxine, which is released from a thyroid gland present in their body. If this thyroxine released is less, then the tadpoles cannot convert into adult frog. So the hormone plays a very important role in the life of an organism.